Welcome to Vegas Hockey Hub here on PRConnectionsRadio.com, the voice of new media. I'm your host, Ian Rakelli. We are here in the sports entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Your Vegas Golden Knights are going to be going up to Winnipeg to take on the Jets for Game 3 of the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs 2023. So it has been an amazing first two games in this series. And here on a interesting edition of Vegas Hockey Hub Shorts, we're going to give you a 5-minute preview of your Game 3 between the Winnipeg Jets and Vegas Golden Knights. So the first two games, you had former Winnipeg Jets goaltender Laurent Brossoit be in net for the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, this upcoming game will be interesting to see who they have in net. Brossoit had a very stellar Game 2. But with it being on the road, there's options here. Of course, they acquired Jonathan Quick at the trade deadline. There have been some things with Adin Hill. Is he going to be healthy? 100% to go. Logan Thompson with his injuries as well. It was interesting to see if he plays at some point in postseason. But with Laurent Brossoit, with what he's done in Game 1 and in Game 2, it's a good possibility to say he will be starting goaltender. On defense, those offensive lines look like there will not be any changes. You have Brayden McNabb and Shea Theodore. You have Alec Martinez and Alex Pietrangelo. And then on that last line, you have Zach Whitecloud and Nick Hague. On the forwards, it is going to be interesting to see what Bruce Cassidy does after his line changes in Game 2. So in Game 2, in intermission, he changed up the lines. He had Michael Amadio be on the first line with Jack Eichel and Jonathan Marchessault. He ended up having Phil Kessel, Riley Smith, and William Karlsson on line 2. On the third line, which ended up having a trio of goals, it was Chandler Stevenson, Mark Stone, and Brett Howden. And line 4 ended up being Keegan Kolesar, Nick Waugh, and Ivan Barbashev. So the lines are going to be an interesting note heading into Game 3. More importantly, being on the road for Vegas, heading to Winnipeg to take on a fan base that is rocking, that is wild, one of the most passionate fans in hockey. You know, they've done that whiteout before, you know, where you wear all white shirts going to the game. It's been, you know, interesting what they do there. And one final note that I have to mention in this preview for the Winnipeg Jets and Vegas Golden Knights. Physicality. Intensity. Are we going to see it continue as we head to Winnipeg? Because first two games in Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights had 64 and had 74 hits in Game 1 and Game 2 respectively. You had multiple altercations. You had some scrums, some back and forth, pushing and shoving. There was a bunch of chirping going on between both teams. So there has been a good amount of back and forth in this series between Winnipeg and Vegas. And we'll see if it continues heading to the MTS Center out there in Winnipeg. And I will say, with it being a 1 p.m. game, I want to keep everybody up to date at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Here on Vegas Hockey Hub, we will be doing our half-hour recap show. We'll be recapping the game, telling you what has happened in Winnipeg. You know, are the Golden Knights going to be victorious? Are the Golden Knights going to be in defeat? It'll be a great game to watch, and it's definitely a good Saturday afternoon to tune in for a hockey game. Around the NHL, you are also going to have 4 games tonight. You are going to have the Colorado Avalanche and Seattle Kraken being the late night game. The Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning at the Emily Arena in Tampa Bay after the first 2 games in Toronto. And you are also going to have a really solid matchup out there in the Eastern Conference in the New Jersey Devils and New York Rangers Battle of the Hudson. So this was Vegas Hockey Hub Shorts, and this was our preview of Vegas Golden Knights and Winnipeg Jets Game 3 tonight. So this is your host, Ian Rakelli. This is Vegas Hockey Hub. Follow us on social media at Vegas Hockey Hub and go to PRConnectionsRadio.com